Elon Musk may be about to pull off the most egregious stock market scam ever, and no, that's really not an exaggeration. It's even being compared by some to economic terrorism. Somehow, some way, Elon Musk has all but guaranteed that trillions of dollars will be invested into SpaceX at its IPO valuation of $2 trillion. But how exactly will this happen? Well, you have to subscribe to find out. Just kidding, you don't have to obviously, but I would really appreciate it. In preparation for the upcoming SpaceX IPO, a number of rules meant to protect passive investors have been, let's say, tweaked. You see, after the dot-com bubble burst a couple decades ago, the major indices, the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, and the Russell 2000, established a number of rules aimed at protecting investors, mainly passive investors who simply invested into their 401ks in order to retire comfortably. Here are a few of the rules. In order to join the S&P 500, one of the rules is that the company must have been publicly trading for at least 12 months, and another is that the company must have been cumulatively profitable over the past 4 quarters. In order to join the Nasdaq, the company must have been publicly trading for at least 90 days. And to join the Russell 2000, the company can only be added at a few set times during the year. Well, take a wild guess as to what has happened in preparation for the upcoming SpaceX IPO. The S&P 500's rules about publicly trading for 12 months and being cumulatively profitable over the past 4 quarters have been completely waived. To join the Nasdaq, the company now only has to have been trading for 15 days. And for the Russell 2000, a company can now join after just 5 days of trading. What this means is that over $30 trillion will be invested into these major indices, mainly through retirement accounts, 401ks, and pension funds, and they will be forced to buy SpaceX at IPO valuations. Bloomberg estimates that the major index funds will absorb between 19 and 24% of SpaceX's outstanding shares within just 6 months. And this is a problem because SpaceX is eyeing an IPO at $2 trillion, an absolutely absurd overvaluation when you realize that they aren't even making money yet. They posted a net profit of negative $4.9 billion in 2025. So, in other words, Elon Musk, SpaceX executives, and SpaceX private investors are dumping the bag on retail investors at what will most likely be the top. And there's not really anything you can do about it if you are invested in the major indices. And I mean, who isn't invested in them at least a tiny bit? Those same rules created a couple decades ago to protect investors are now being removed. And of course, retail investors like you and me are the ones who will be hurt the most, while the rich just get richer. Let me know what you think about the SpaceX IPO, and don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on all things business, finance, and technology.